We're in the center of Seoul! So out of the 3 ways, right now we're going to climb up those stairs.
On this edition of Korean Location, we travel to Namsan and see the 600 years of history, the sights, performances, and show you how to get to the top.
That's a witch's broom.
Is it?
Yeah, that's a witch's broom. And it's called Ganari in Korean.
Ah, very cool.
Ganari.
So, we're at the bottom, and right next to the stairs is this walkway. Actually goes all the way around to where the buses go up.
But we're gonna take this way.
Yep, we're gonna take the stairs.
Look
What's
at
really
all
nice
the
about the walkway is it has the jogging track ground. The ground's a drop, like the jogging track material. So it's real soft and it's good to run on. And
it's good to walk.
Welcome to Korea on Location. I'm Airman Ross Whitley.
And I'm Stacy Yoon.
We're standing in the geographical center of Seoul, located on Namsan, which is home to Seoul's most famous landmark.
We're going to check out that landmark later, but first, we'll show you how to get here.
So what I've found is that there are 3 main ways to get to the top of Namsan. You could take the bus, the cable car. Right now, we're gonna take these stairs.
Okay, let's do this. We can do it.
Nothing to it.
From the bottom looking at the top, it can seem intimidating. However, the beautiful scenery with all the flowers that are native to the area keep you moving.
Beautiful.
The hike up the mountain is roughly 1,200 meters of steps. On an average day, the mountain gets visitors from all over the world who are looking for some fresh air. It was unique to see that anyone from businessmen to children take relaxing strolls up the steps.
I think we're halfway up there.
Halfway?
Yeah,
All right.
For most of the hike, you're walking along the Seoul Fortress wall, which has stood there for over 600 years as a military strategic point. It was a wallboarding Seoul as a protection from surrounding areas.
Oh, there's an observation deck.
Oh, let's check it out.
Yeah, we should go.
About halfway to the top, there's an observation deck that lets you see all of Seoul, and what an amazing sight it is. On a clear day, you can see as far as 25 miles away. You can even see the cable car station from here.
Did you see the cable car?
Yeah, it ran right down there, and there's the station down there. You can see just about all of Seoul.
Yeah, it's a Seoul, big building.
Talking about the cable car, you can beat taking all the steps and get to the top by riding it for a fee.
I am excited for the gondola ride.
The cable car, which was built in 1962, gives people an opportunity to view the mountain and the surrounding area during the whole ride, as it has windows all around so you have a beautiful view while you ride.
www.cablecar.com.
Okay, and then you could get more information at www.cablecar.com. Get, I guess, times and
or something like that.
.kr maybe, or we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, it's got, I'm sure the website would probably have times and prices and things like that if anybody needed to know that information. And look at that, we're here.
It is the first commercial cable car service for passengers in Korea and takes about 3 minutes to get to the top.
We're really far up, but we still have a little ways to go.
Oh yeah, stairs.
Once you get off the cable car, you only have a few steps to climb, and you are at Manggyeongsang Bangsudae, or Manggyeongsang Beacon Tower.
Beacons they would use to communicate with the other bases, or I'm sorry, the other posts along the wall and across the city.
The beacon towers were a part of an emergency communication system used from around 1149 through 1985 when they were destroyed by the Japanese Army. The ones we got to see and touch are replicas that were completed in 1993. Tuesday through Sunday, you can see historical ceremonies like the patrolling, changing of the guard, or even the lighting of the beacon. Visitors from all around get the opportunity to wear traditional Korean garments and to take their picture with the guard.
Now at the top, you can see the famous Seoul Tower, but before we go in, let's take a ride on the bus.
Now you don't have to take the steps or even the cable car if heights make you a little squeamish. There's a bus that takes you to the top. The Namsan electric bus will take you all around Seoul and back to the top. There are 3 lines, the 2, the 5, and the 3. We rode the bus to see the different stops on the route, and one went right by Yongsan Garrison. So if you're stationed there, all you have to do is go out gate 3 and hop on bus 3 to get you to the top of the mountain.
The geographical center of Seoul.
After reaching the top, we took some time out to visit the geographical center of Seoul. This point was used to measure all distance to and from Seoul. The marker that sits there now has a map of Seoul engraved on it.
Sodaemun.
That's really cool.
So we have hiked up this mountain, rode the cable car, and taken a tour on the bus. I think it's time for us to stop and get a bite to eat. Now we're going to try the best burger in Seoul at the bottom of the tower. Their menu was similar to what you would find back in the States, but with an added twist, like a kimchi hot dog. However, I decided to go with a touch of home, a chicken sandwich, which I found to be one of the best I've had. Now that we have enjoyed a great lunch, it is time to tour the most famous landmark in Seoul, the Seoul Tower.
The Namsan Tower was built in 1969, however wasn't open to the public until 1980 and then remodeled in 2005 where it was given its new name of Seoul Tower. The N stands for new. The tower stands at 237 meters high. During our trip, we decided to go to the top of the tower, and the only way to get there is by riding the fastest elevator to the top. While we waited in line for the elevator, we had the opportunity to get our photos taken. Once we exit the elevator, we were on the observation area or the second floor of the tower. From there, you can see all around Seoul, visit a gift shop, and if you pay a small fee, you can use the massive binoculars to get a closer view of the city.
Seoul Tower has 4 observation decks, or 4 top floors, that have many gift shops and restaurants to visit. The 4th observation deck is a revolving restaurant that spins once every 48 minutes. It is kind of pricey, but worth it in view, ambience, and taste.
At the base of the tower, there are also several restaurants and gift shops to include caricature drawing stations and portrait artists.
The base of the tower also has many different things you can see, like a view of the Seoul area, and on particular days of the week, you can see a live traditional Korean performance with martial arts and traditional folk music.
It is also home of Lock of Love, where lovers from all around come to the top of the mountain to display their love for one another along a fence on the ground terrace. Now you can see thousands of locks that have been hung to represent the love of their owners.
With all this surrounding the base of the tower, if you're not up to just sitting around, there are several trails that lead to and from the tower. In April, you can see the blooming of the cherry blossom trees along the hike up to the top. I know for my first visit to the mountain, I am amazed and loved getting to see all of Seoul, and the cable car was pretty cool.
Almost.
To the tower.
So this was my first trip to Namsan, but I really enjoyed learning more about the history of the mountain, and I agree the cable car was pretty awesome.
We're almost there.
That's a really short ride, only a minute compared to the 30 walking up the steps.
We have shown you how to get to the top of Namsan by riding the cable car, taking the bus, or hiking up the 1,200 meters of stairs.
I can do this. I can do it.
And we have also shown you what you can do on the mountain, like watch traditional performance, see the changing of the guards at Beacon Mount.
Or relax at the bottom of the tower for a small bite to eat and visit Seoul Tower's many restaurants and gift shops. Namsan and Seoul Tower is so much more than just the geographical center of Seoul.
If you're looking for a relaxing walk, a moment away from the busyness of city, or a romantic night on town, the Seoul Tower on top of Namsan has it all.
That's it for this edition of Korea on Location.
Now turn off your TV and go explore Korea for yourself.